So for this project, you're going to need a white yarn to go around the middle. I'm using this fairly thin, fluffy yarn because it's really easy to work with. You're also going to need a second colour to go around the outside, and you're going to want this to be a slightly thinner yarn, and honestly pick any colour that you like. You also need a hair tie to go around the middle, or a ponytail depending on what you call them, and obviously a crochet hook as well. I'm using 6mm because this is what fits my yarn. So basically what we want to do is get all of the crochets around this elastic band, but to start that we're going to need to do a slip knot and actually start the crochet. So you're going to need to wrap this around your fingers like I'm doing here, and then grab your crochet hook, go under the first bit and then through and pull the yarn through to create your first knot. So the hardest part of this whole project is actually getting the first stitch onto the elastic band. So essentially you want to get your yarn behind the elastic band, pull through some yarn like I'm doing here, and then essentially do a single crochet onto the elastic band. So you want to yarn over and then pull through 2, and that will be your first single crochet on the elastic band. Then from here you're going to just repeat that process over and over again. So go through the elastic band, pull through some yarn over once, and then pull through 2. Now every time you're doing this, I would suggest tightening the yarn and also just pushing it through so that all of the elastic band is actually covered. Otherwise you're going to end up with spaces that you don't really want, and the project will look a little bit sparse in areas. So I'm just doing another one here for you to show you. So I've pulled some yarn through the elastic band, yarn over the crochet hook, and then pulled through 2. Now this is a good opportunity if you wanted to just hide that end bit there. So you could just pull it through and do a single crochet over the yarn just to hide that and neaten the edges up a little bit. And essentially just repeat this process as many times as you want to cover the elastic band. The more stitches that you put in, the fluffier and more curly that your scrunchie will be in the end, so that's entirely up to you. Now to secure these two pieces together, you're going to want to find the first single crochet that you did, so it's this stitch here, push your crochet hook through and do a slip stitch just to pull these two bits together. Okay, so once your project is looking like this, you're going to want to do a single chain, and then we're going to start with our double crochets. So next we're going to double crochet into each stitch that we've just created. So we're going to do a yarn over and then go through the same hole that we've just done our single chain through. So you're going to pull that through until there is 3 bits of yarn on your crochet hook. Then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2. And then yarn over again and pull through 2. Now because this is the first stitch, the single chain actually counts as one of our double crochets. So for this first hole we're only going to put 2 extra double crochets in. So this is my second one here. So I'm going to yarn over, pull through 2. And then yarn over and pull through 2 again. So this is the first one done, and now going on from here I'm going to put 3 double crochets into every single hole. So again we're going to go and find the next hole and put our double crochet in. So yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Now I'm going to show you this just round a few more times, but essentially all you're going to do is go around the entire elastic band into every single stitch that you've created and do 3 double crochets until you get to the end of the project. Okay, so once you've done that, you're going to want to secure these 2 pieces together, and we're going to do this the same way we did before. So we'll want to find that first stitch and put our hook through like this, pull some yarn over and do a slip stitch. So when you're doing that, you're just pulling through, you're not adding any extra yarn, and this is just to secure this together. And that is the last stitch of the white section of the scrunchie. You're going to just want to pull some yarn through and then cut down the edges, leaving enough so that we can tie on the next colour, which is the burgundy. So the next section is this outside part where you're adding the colour, and as you can see it does make the whole project slightly larger. And what we're going to do is just tie on the next colour, like I said before, to that existing piece of string. Try and tie this as close as you can to the original stitch. I didn't do this very well, but if you can, try get it a little bit closer. So to begin this next part, you're going to want to get your crochet hook and push it through the first stitch there. Then grab your yarn and pull it through just to create a stitch here. Now we're going to start the double crochet. So pull your yarn over your hook, push it through that same hole, pull some more yarn through, and you should now have 3 bits of yarn on your crochet hook. So you can now start double crocheting just like you did with the white bits, but with your colour. So pull through 2. And yarn over and pull through 2 one more time. So that is your first double crochet. Now what you're going to want to do is double crochet 2 of these into every hole. So again, yarn over, push through the hole, pull some yarn through, and now you have 3 bits of yarn on your crochet hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through 2 again. So that is now 2 double crochets in your first hole, and you're just going to repeat this process. So again, we're going to do a double crochet into the next hole, and we're going to do 1 more double crochet so that there's 2 double crochets in that second hole. And we're just going to repeat this process the entire way around until it starts to look something like this, where there is 2 double crochets in every single stitch. Once you've gone round and done 2 double crochets in every single stitch, you're going to want to secure the 2 end bits just the same way that you have on every other part of this project. So find the first stitch, put your hook through, yarn over, and pull it through both stitches to make a slip stitch. So essentially we are done. The last thing we need to do is just cut off the loose ends, and to just secure that last bit of thread off, I like to take a needle and just push it through and create a knot, and here we are, all done and so cute.